What's up, everybody? So today I come to you from the No Fucks Given 79 Trans Am. Now this Trans Am is actually mine. It's me and my father's project. It's like a father-son type deal projects. Right now I called the No Fucks Given Trans Am because we actually got off of a close friend of ours and it's in rough shape. And right now we're slowly restoring it. So right now in the state it's in, we just fuck around in it. We do a lot of burnouts, a lot of drag racing, a lot of stupid shit. So I call it the No Fucks Given Trans Am right now. But in a few years, as we slowly restore it, it's not going to be a No Fucks Given car. We just got the floorboards done in it, which is like the first thing we did. So to give you a little background information on the car itself, it's a 1979 Pontiac Trans Am. It came from a close friend of ours. He had multiple Trans Ams, and he gave them all up. He had two fully restored ones that he gave to his kids, and this was his back burner project car that he ended up giving to us because he knew how much we appreciated cars and the other cars we've had. So he gave it to us, which was awesome. We couldn't thank him enough for it. And so we're slowly restoring it. We were on a fast track for a while with restoring it with my father, but my father ended up getting sick with esophageal cancer. But he's better now. He's cancer-free now. So since he's cancer-free now, we have some extra funds laying around. We're slowly starting to restore it. Like I said, we just did the floorboards. We're gonna do the interior once winter comes. Once it starts snowing, we're gonna ship it out and get the interior completely done. And in the spring, we're gonna dress up the engine and paint the car. So it's actually a funny story. This car actually was built and lived most of its life in Michigan. And the owner came down, our friend came down from Michigan with the car itself. And it's been in Philly for, I don't know, since the mid-80s, early 90s. And it doesn't have an ounce of rust on it. The floorboards are rusty, that's about it. But that's pretty common. So we cut the floorboards from the firewall all the way back, brand new. And other than that, there was really no rust in it. It was always garage kept, since new. He actually did an Oldsmobile 455 swap on the car. And the engine, so these came stock with 400s. But he did, like I said, he did a 455 swap on it. And the car runs great. The only problem I personally have with the car is that it's a torque monster and not so much horsepower monster. So I mean, like first and second gear, there's not much that's rear-wheel drive that's going to touch this. I mean, it's a fast car in first and second, but once you hit third and fourth, it really tops off, and it becomes not slow, but it can't hang in with the dogs. It can't hang in with the first and second. So in the spring, we're going to cam it and put new heads on it and see what that does. And probably a new intake and carburetor. Give this whole engine a makeover because this is the original 455 that's still in it. I think the only thing it has on it's true dual exhaust, and it sounds great, but with every project car it has its issues. But as of right now, we're really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. I love this car, and it's honestly, I grew up in classic cars. If you watched my videos before, I've talked about my first car, which is a 1985 Trans Am. I have a huge heart for these Trans Ams, but I just really love driving this car because everywhere you go, everyone stops and look at you. Like when I was in Best Buy, when I was leaving, there's a guy in a brand new STI, and his buddy were pointing at me, and I said, "Hey, what's up?" I mean, even if you're not a car enthusiast, when you see an old car like such as this or any old classic car driving down the street, everybody stops to look at you. Whether you're into cars or you're not into cars, everyone knows that's an old classic car, and everyone wants to go and stop and look at it, which is just really awesome. It's a really great experience. See if I can't just stop and chirp the tires for you guys, because I'm sure they will. Wow. See, that's not, I mean, like, I've been driving this car for 3 years now, so it doesn't surprise me as much as it used to, but this thing is awesome. It's also a little scary sometimes. If you hit it, if you're stalled coming around a bend, there's been a few times it's happened to me. I've been coming around a bend and I just stepped on the gas. I didn't even have to step on it that hard when you're going slow around a bend, and it will just spin its tail out, and it's crazy. It's happened a few times to me. But yeah, no, this car is awesome, and I love it. It's great. But going around bends, this thing is a boat, and it's not good at all. I would not recommend doing this around any types of real serious driving. But so it's actually funny, when the 455 is a pretty common swap in the old these old Trans Ams, that the shaker hood on the car is always supposed to be on the carburetor. But in the 455s, they're taller, so you can't do it. So a lot of people bolt the shaker hoods to the actual hood itself, and that's what actually ended up happening with our car. And it looks stupid when the hood's popped. So my dad actually went to get a Cal induction hood for the car in the spring, which is like the Cal induction hoods, the hoods that are the 3-inch rays or 2-inch rays, depending on what size you get. And a lot of people are thinking it's gonna, I mean, one of my good friends is a huge Trans Am guy in the Trans Am community. It's something you don't do. It's like sacrilegious. You just don't do it. But my dad, he really doesn't give a shit. Neither do I. He wants it done to his car, so we're gonna get it done. It's gonna look, I think it's gonna look really badass because it's really not done too often. And we're still gonna get the bird painted on the hood, but it's gonna be a Cal induction hood instead. Let's see if I can spin the tires here. So I think it's still gonna look really badass, but you know, like I said, a lot of people are gonna be against it. I don't give a shit. It's our car. We'll do with what we want. I'm a huge supporter of that. So we're probably gonna do what the hell we want with it. See, I mean, just little shit like that. It's just so much fun. You know, you really can't beat stuff like that. But I just want to say thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Just let me know how you like the video, comment, rate, subscribe. Check out the other videos I've been doing. So yeah, thanks for all the support, and thanks for watching this video to the very end.